Good morning, students. Today our topic is about Précis writing. So, Précis is a writing. A Précis may be defined as a restatement in shortened form of the main ideas and points in a piece of writing. So, it is any piece of writing. So, you have to precise it. A Précis contains one third of the given passage. For example, if your paragraph consists 99 words, whenever you are making précis, so it contains 33 words, one third of the given passage. For writing précis clear, understanding of original passage is necessary. Characteristics of précis writing: do not just repeat different words from the original one. So you are not allowed to write the same word as per given in the original passage. So you can use your own words, like simple words. Do not make a paragraph of the original passage. Do not. It is marked by clarity. It must have a title. It should be written in reported speech. It must have a certain logical order in a sequence, so you can write. It must contain linking words such as so, therefore, and, because, and so on. Must not contain any detail not found in the original. It is a piece of continuous writing. It has proper organization of ideas, logical sequences of the points. Use variety of language as the situation demands. Don't include any comments, explanation, or elaboration because you have to precise the given paragraph. Avoid examples, illustrations, and literally fills used by the writer of the original passage. Techniques for comprehension. Techniques for good précis writing. SQ3R. It is a model of reading SQ3R. It will be discussed in the later slide. SQ3R provides a different method of reading textbook that will most likely enhance understanding of retention of material. It is not a quicker way to read chapter in a textbook, but it is likely to reduce the amount of time one will need to spend studying the material immediately prior to the test. This is so because more time is spent actually understanding the chapter when it is read in initially. Study time then becomes depending your understanding of the material. The SQ4R method provides a systematic way of attacking the text reading assignments. We discuss SQ3R. SQ3R as acronym SQ3R suggests the process has 5 steps. They are survey, question, read, recite, review. First, read the title, read the introduction or summary, read each boldface, heading and subheadings. In SQ3R, S means survey and Q means questions, and then 3R first read, recite and recall. So question: now that you have surveyed the entire chapter to build a framework for understanding the chapter, it is time to begin the reading process. When your mind is actively researching of answer to the question, it becomes engaged in the learning process. This will help you remember and understand the information. Read the title, then read the introduction, summary, read each boldface, heading and subheadings. Now that you have surveyed the entire chapter to build a framework for understanding the chapter, it is time to begin the reading process. Then recite. Reciting material as you go retrains. Then review. The review step helps you refine your mental organization of the material in the chapter and begin to build memory. We learn through repetition. This stage provides another opportunity for repetition of the material and therefore will enhance our recall of information. Then SQ4 or survey. S means survey. Survey scan material to get a general idea of the material. Read the introduction and the main heading. Look the picture and paragraph. Read summary and end of the chapter. Then Q for question. Ask question by turning main heading into question. What, where, when, why, how. For question using graphs, chapter, bold words, introduction and summaries. Then read with questions in the mind and attempt to answer this question and organize the material in your own mind. Read only to the end of each headed section. Recite, look away from the material and ask yourself the questions. Answer them out loud. If you cannot answer the question, go back over the material and read it again. Record, underline in text, take notes, see handout, review. Review each headed section briefly as you complete it. Review the complete section later. Use notes rather than the book to refresh your memory. Then PQRST. So it is an other reading method. P preview, Q question, R then S and then T. So first is preview. Look at the topic you have to learn by glancing over the major heading or the points in these labels. Question, formulate question that you would like to be able to answer once you have finished the topic. It is important that you match as much as possible what you would like to know to your syllabus or course direction. This allows certain flexibility to take in other topics that may aid your learning of the main points, or if you are just interested, make sure that your questions are either more specific or more open-ended than might be in the exam. And then read through your reference material that relates to the topic you want to learn for your exam, being mindful to pick out the information that best relates to the question you wish to answer. Then as for summary, this is the most flexible part of the method and allows individual student to bring any ways that they use to summarize information into the process. And then this can include making written notes, spider diagrams, flow diagrams, label diagrams, and so on. You can combine several methods as long as this does not extend the process too long, as you may lose sight that you are merely seeking to use the information in the most appropriate way. Then T for text. Use in this step to assess whether you have focused on the important information and stayed on topic. Answer the question that you set for yourself in the question section as fully as you can, as the using of information is another way of using the information and remembering more of it. This section also reminds you to continually manipulate the information so that you are focused on whatever from assessment that is needed for. It is sometimes easy to lose sight of the point of learning and see it is a task to be completed